what them fellas do to Auntie M's house. She never even recognized the house. In the first place, they extend the roof in the wrong way. Put the roof in the back instead of the front. The extension, so it look like your body have a cap and turn on behind your head, so.
In 1975, choosing to leave steady employment and becoming a storyteller was risky. But Paul Keynes Douglas was confident that he was stepping into purpose.
Well, they call me Mr. Tim Tim. That's my name on stage, right? Because in those days, we coming out to Grenada and St. Lucia, Martinique, all the French islands, they don't say crick crack, they say Tim Tim. And the storyteller says bois sèche. And then he says tout ça qui beau bon Dieu mette à sur la terre, which means all the good things on earth is God put it there. So when you say Tim Tim, you're going to tell a story. When we say crick crack, you tell a story.
Inspired by good friend, Jamaican storyteller Louise Bennett, Miss Lou, he started recording his performances.
So when the LP came out, it became very popular, because LP. And in those days, we didn't have many radio stations like now. We had Radio Trinidad, I think 610 radio, and then you had Radio Antilles up the road, So when they played something, everybody heard it, because it was, the whole island listening to Radio Fusion, Radio Trinidad, all that kind of thing. So it became very popular, the tunes, and that's what spread the whole story. And I think that really started a career.
In 2025, 50 years since that first night, and now 83 years old, the name Paul Keynes Douglas automatically evokes a smile. His work has spanned generations, his characters timeless, and has reached the furthest parts of the world. He gained particular notoriety for his commanding voice, his use of West Indian dialect, and fusing historic and current events to thrill audiences year after year.
After 50 years, you've well gone through everything on the stage and off the stage, But it is still always the same preparation, The thing about it, you have to make it look easy. And this, when you're a professional, it looks easy, but it's real hard. A lot of preparation, there's a lot of worry still. Even when you're doing a story, you already know it is never the same. It's life. Anything can go wrong, and things can happen.
The Band Passing was his very first piece. Mr. Keynes Douglas said this story is an inspired one that intertwines two complex worlds.
The Band Passing is a man who's asking for his costume. He had Juve passing outside, and he wanted the costume to put on, and so on, so on, so on. Then you're asking him, well, what are you doing here? Actually, he's in the hospital and he's having a delirium. So he's imagining carnival. And at the end, the poem says, funeral takes place, so.
Since then, he has woven stories featuring characters that audiences have grown to love. Vibert and his string, Slim, the man with no teeth who always stoops in, the dribbly baby Timultaneous, and of course, the iconic Tanti Merle and her antics at the Oval, in Port of Spain for curtains, and as chief seamstress for Boopsy at the Miss Compass Beauty Contest. The character who resonates with him the most, though, is Sugar George, inspired by pan icon Winston Spree Simon.
Sugar George was the one about the pan man. I was there when they bury Sugar George. When he get the first piece of property he ever owned. 6 foot of hard, dry Trinidad soil. It's still one of the pieces that I really get a thrill out of performing because it's a piece you feel the energy and the spiritual thing in it, So I always say it was an inspired piece of writing because it's normally you write a story and I say you go and you adjust things afterwards, you move it. I just wrote it from start to finish and I perform it that way to this day.
His steady stream of writings compiled in books, recordings, workshops and shows have earned him international acclaim. Hummingbird Medal Silver for Culture in 1994, Doctor of Letters from the University of the West Indies in 2021, and most recently, the prestigious Icon Award at Carifesta 15.
We in the Caribbean have enough people here to support our work if they want to support it. Even here in Trinidad, these shows can be going on if they got sponsorship, if they got assistance. We could have a lot more storytelling shows. But those are the shows that don't get the real sponsorship. So you have to do it for real love. You do it because you love it or this is what you were meant to do, so something happens. But a lot of it should be heard, should be out there, should be more shows going on like this.
Despite his decades-long career, Paul Keynes Douglas remains a humble family man and credits the love and support of his wife Marilyn and children Tara and Johan for his success.
were tearing tickets at the door. They became ushers. They became big and married, and so they have been supporting me all these 50 years, And my wife has been part of the whole front of house. Because when you're doing something yourself as a one-man thing, it's not you, it's your family, They are the ones taking the real pressure all these years for you to just go out front,
Persons will have the opportunity to celebrate Mr. Keynes Douglas and a few friends with stories, music, and laughter at Ain't That Nice? The anniversary production on October 11th and 12th at the Central Bank Auditorium. Mr. Keynes Douglas continues to write and perform. He even hinted at some projects, including writing and producing a film, may be in the works before retirement.
This show, I don't know if I do many shows after this, I think we're reaching retirement time now, but I am, I'm doing my memoirs. I've been writing myself, a long time I'm writing it. Everybody say writing memoirs, so I've been writing it, but it keeps getting longer and longer. So at some day, maybe next year, I'll have to just put a full stop and say, this is just end it, and just get it together.
Whatever the future holds, one thing is for certain. The name Paul Keynes Douglas will forever hold a significant space in the minds, hearts, and lips of generations, reminding persons about their past while navigating their future, all with a smile on their faces.
And start to make a new sound. Ding 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 ding.
Ayanna Carter, TTT News.
Islands in the sun.